Some of you go to block number 1. Some of you can go to block number 1. वहाँ पर लाइट दिख रहा है.
Hello.
Yes, yes. Not everyone. Yes, you also.
Hello. कैसा है आवाज? Students, hello. Students sitting in the last line. Everybody go to block number 1. सारे बच्चे last line वाले सारे बच्चे block number 1 में जाके बैठिए.
यहाँ पे भी last line.
Wait. Rest students wait. ये वाली लाइन पूरी जाएगी block number 1. Reshuffle students. 3 बैठे आ जाओ. ये सीट्स ऑक्यूपाई कर जो 3 बैठे वहां पे जाइए. Adjust yourself. स्टूडेंट्स एडजस्ट योरसेल्फ फास्ट. आ जाओ इधर. बोरो भर दो बच्चों. आगे की सीट्स खाली मत रखो. आगे की सीट्स खाली मत रखो. आगे आ जाओ. Everybody has to put your mobile phones on silent mode. किसी का बजना नहीं चाहिए. There should be a good show in front of the guest. They are specially come here to guide you about your career. So please show your professionalism as law students. Everybody. कोई misbehavior नहीं चाहिए किसी से. सबके मोबाइल साइलेंट पे चाहिए. And during the course of the lectures, nobody should fidget with your mobile. सबके मोबाइल्स बैग में जाने दो. There is nothing more important than the lecture organized for you. सबके मोबाइल मुझे बैग में चाहिए. किसी का मोबाइल बाहर नहीं चाहिए.
Good morning. Are we audible? So guest is coming in next 2 minutes, so maintain decorum. अभी बोला this is coming to it. I hope you all know कि when guest comes, you will have to stand. Now, if we see anyone talking, we'll make sure you're not getting attendance for the entire week. Yes, we can actually do that. Are you serious? Ask. Get that. A very good morning to one and all. I, Assistant Professor Priyanka Unde, class teacher of BB LLB first year, would like to welcome you all for day one of our induction program.
Thank you, ma'am. I, Divya Sena, I would like to welcome Dr. Sir of whole BPU. Thank you, sir, for traveling all the way from Alaska on this really well. So I would warm welcome, sir.
Further, we would like to call Garv, second year BA LLB student, for introduction and felicitation of our esteemed guest.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, respected guest speaker of the day, Advocate Dr. Ashok Kende, sir, Dr. Ujjwala Bindale, ma'am, Dean and in charge, Principal, New Law College, Dr. Jyoti Dhar, ma'am, Vice Principal, and Dr. Vidya Dhere, ma'am, IQAC in charge. All the esteemed faculty members present here, and a fresh batch of law students. I, Garv Jagyasri from BA LLB second year, consider it to be an honor to welcome you all on behalf of Bharati Vidyapeeth New Law College family to this enlightened session. Before we delve into the heart of today's speaker, allow me to introduce our esteemed institution. New Law College, renowned for its commitment to excellence and holistic education, stands as a beacon of knowledge and learning in the real times. With a history steeped in nurturing bright minds and fostering a sense of social responsibility, our college takes pride in providing a platform for intellectual growth and societal engagement. Today, we are privileged to have with us an eminent personality, Advocate Dr. Ashok Kende, sir, who will enlighten us on the topic Changing Parameters of the Profession. It is my pleasure to introduce our distinguished speaker. Dr. Ashok Kende is a renowned figure in the legal fraternity with an illustrious career spanning over 3 decades. He is a former professor and head of the Department of Law and director of the University of Mumbai. Currently, he serves as a managing partner at Kende Legal Associates and is the president of the Global Vision India Foundation, an NGO with consultative status with the United Nations. Dr. Yende's academic credentials are exemplary. He holds an LLM from the University of Mumbai, a PhD from Pune University, and a DLM from CC University, North Africa. Additionally, he has completed a public credential program on public policy designing conducted by the Harvard Kennedy School, USA. In his professional journey, Dr. it as a mediator for the State Consumer Commission of Maharashtra and has played a pivotal role in various capacities. So, on the governing council of the Government Law College, Mumbai, and was the first professor prestigious Chief Justice M.C. Chakracharya on human rights at the University of Mumbai. Dr. Yende's contributions extend beyond academia. He has participated in numerous international conferences, including those organized by the United Nations and the Ash Center of Harvard Kennedy School. His expertise has taken him to institutions in London, Paris, Geneva, and Bonn. Under his guidance, 9 as an author, he has written 7 books with his notable work a preface by Honorable Justice Gawai, now a judge of the Supreme Court of India, who was released Honorable Commissioner, the then Chief Justice of India. India is also the founder and president of the Global Vision India Foundation and the Citizens for Change, where he has actively participated in community services. His commitment to public service is further exemplified by his successful filing of public interest litigation for the protection of citizens' rights. In recognition of his outstanding contributions, Dr. Yende has been conferred with numerous prestigious awards, including the Mahatma Award, Person of Eminence Award, Law Day Award, Man of Eminence Award, and the High Flyer 50 Award. With such a distinguished background and a wealth of experience, Dr. Yende is truly an out of the box thinker who continues to inspire and lead in the field of law. We are privileged to have him with us today to share his insights on the evolving landscape of the legal profession. Now, I would like to request Dr. Ujjwala Bindale ma'am to fellow our guest for the day. Thank you, ma'am. Without further ado, I request ma'am.
So, good afternoon, dear students. Before
we get enlightened by our honorable guest today. Let me add on one more thing to you all to know that today is our guest, the most respectable member of law fraternity, has been mentor for all maximum law fraternity lawyers, judges in Maharashtra. I am also his student. Jyoti Madam, your vice principal, is also a student. And across this particular state, wherever you go, until Supreme Court, you will find all his students doing marvelous job in this law fraternity. And I'm really blessed. And he's always very kind and so down to earth personality. He always comes and he always guides each one of us everywhere. And tomorrow you will be also being guided and you will be also working with him because he has many more ideas and many more concerns for law students and the young budding lawyers. So without much ado, I really take your leave and I really request sir to come and enlighten you all. Thank you so much.
So, good afternoon, students. I'm extremely sorry for the delay. Ujjwala ma'am and Jyoti ma'am. So actually, I was associated with Bharti Vidyapit. Right, I maybe right from the reception long back, representing various committees, academic committees. When Dr. Sada sir was there, that's why whenever I met Ujjwala ma'am, I just remember Sada sir, a very dynamic principal of this college and was instrumental in developing the organ to this particular level. And of course, the management and all the and management team. So, thank you for the kind words, madam, and for inviting me. Actually, why I was a little bit late because I was in Nashik for some PhD vivas and some interaction with two, three colleges like Sandeep University, then Rajio Law College, and then NPT Law College. So, and then there was a traffic, you understand, the traffic issue there. So, I was a little bit late. But anyway, I wanted to be amongst you, so I requested madam that I will be late. Wait and see this is enough to all these things and provide this opportunity. Now, madam was telling about how the legal education and profession has undergone a tremendous paradigm shift. In our law, in our legal profession, on the contrary, I would say that law earlier was the last option in your lives. And now madam was also telling that the students are very brilliant, very intelligent, and I think probably you are coming from the All India entrance examination. It was not the case in our time. Now, whether this years multidisciplinary courses has started in 1987, Dr. Madhav Menon. The paradigm shift in legal education and consequently in case of legal education. So in the entire network of legal profession in this country is such a vast network. It is next to United States. You find in all over India probably more than 21 lakhs advocates are registered. So a lot of competition, it is become competitive, also demanding also and a lot of competition also. So you should understand before taking admission, you should understand the structure of the legal profession in this country, the structure of scope of the legal profession in your particular area. That's you should understand. So academic knowledge is one thing, and then joining the legal profession, whether litigation or non-litigation is something different. Now I have got a mixed experience. I was just discussing with the madam that I was in teaching in various institutions. Then I was also administrator as a principal in some of the institutions. And then post-retirement, I started my career. So I have got completely mixed experience of academics, administration, and legal profession. So there is a vast gap between academics and the profession. You should bridge the gap. I actually know government is trying, farmers is trying. That's why you have got clinical legal education. Syllabus which was never there in our, which was a simple syllabus for there. Ram Jeffrani and Pariman and all these are all senior leading lawyers of this country. They came 2 years of this. Like Ram Jeffrani migrated from Karachi, Bhalira migrated from Lahore. So all they were just law was that time. Then it became 3 years. Now it is a 5 years. And now the move is there. It should be integrated 4 years plus postgraduate and up to PhD. So that's going on. The proposal is there. So it's gone changing like that. Similarly, in legal profession, I used to say I am mentally interested to go to the law institutions because there is a tremendous transformation in the nature of the legal profession. Maybe because of the globalization, maybe because of the technological challenges, maybe beyond point of mass communication, of India, civil rights commission, and maybe change of the mindset and the situation. When India got independence, we adapted most of the pre-independence laws. You must have CRPC, CPC, IPC, all they were the laws of applications. Who drafted the IPC and the criminal law? Lord Macaulay drafted that, and that's why now recently government has repealed the criminal laws. Then Montesquieu was one of the persons who propounded the theory of the separation of the powers. He was a judge actually, great judge, he migrated to America. He propounded theory and his theory of the separation of the power, like legislature, executive, and the judiciary. You must have read in the news, or you must have some of the teachers must have taught about. So this theory of the separation of the power was propounded by Montesquieu, and that was accepted by America, and then subsequently most of the democratic systems in the world. So these were the basic theories, but after independence, we didn't have that much time actually. We lost many other issues were pending. Uh, Illiteracy were there, poverty were there, so many other political issues were there, caste, race, religion, all these things. Naturally, we adapted the same system which was based on the Anglo-Saxon system. So most of them is common law system and like parliamentary system. Now, see, that's why many of the laws were of pre-independence era adopted by the Britishers. Oh, we were ruled by the Britishers. Laws were adopted by them. We were adapted them because we don't have challenge. We were facing so many other challenges and the issue after the independence. So we adapted this. Not only that, we adapted the same system. This system, same dress, like or everything. Not only that, even what we law also was adapted. Now, Bar Council of India and the Supreme Court says you need not say Matilda, you can say simply you say sir like that. So all these things were adapted because we were ruled by the Britishers. And this Lord Macaulay who drafted IPC and other British laws, British Indian laws, he was of the view that the system, education system should be dominated by the Western culture. You want to Western. You want to abolish this India. So that's why almost all system in this country is in English. Right now, the law is for the common person. Sometimes law is for the poor person. They may be from the mobile area, they may be from the rural area. But everywhere, right from the mobile area to the Supreme Court, everything is in English. Most of the education is English, and that was the if you know that Lord Macaulay, he said that abolish this system and make them westernized so that their mindset will change and they will be better. So that was this mentioned by the Mission of the Parliament. This was the colonial system. Because of course, there are changes now. Like title have been changed in Hindi or Sanskrit, but very few changes are there. But what is taken home in the Parliament that we want to change is the genesis of the colonial system on the basis of which we are ruling. Same thing. Then up to 1959, there was a jury. Why I briefly want to give, we are joining this legal profession. There are many challenges. You can also earn the fame and fortune probably, and I hope that you will earn fame and fortune. But what are the challenge in the issue? You should come to know. And you will take sometimes what happens. Admission is taken not may not be by choice, maybe because parents are telling, or maybe you are reading the newspapers and this what Chief Justice of Chandrachud has said, what judges have said, how Supreme Court directed the state government, or how particular High Court has said something like that. So you feel like that. So it's not a rosy picture like that. There are many challenges like that. So once you take the admission, you should understand what is the situation, where is the system going. Unless you understand where the system is going, what are the future challenges, you will not be a successful lawyer. It is not every time. So now this academics is essential. I was also part of the academics there where you are taught the theories. It is essential. What law says, what law doesn't say, what is the procedure, what is the substantial law, what is the social law. That is the basis you should be taught in the legal education. And you are the part of this entire justice delivery system in this country. Who are the part of the justice system? Judges are there, lawyers are there, and I used to say that students are also very much integral part of the justice delivery system because tomorrow you are going to be lawyers. So unless you are properly groomed and taught, you cannot become successful lawyer. You are not a competent lawyer, then you cannot become a competent judge. And that is what it is. I feel sometimes it's happening, and it's my duty that make you acquainted about this total development going in the country. Now, even I was mentioning that legdom peccarilus was the term actually Latin term which you borrowed, and it is LLB is not like that actually. It we call Bachelor of Laws. LLB is a plural Bachelor of Laws, but this was the Latin term originally. That also we borrowed because we could not because English persons were very skilled craftsmen. They were very intelligent, so that term also we accepted. So everything almost from the LLP degree name from the Latin. Not only that, you must have heard about the goddess of justice. What is the name? Themis. Themis, goddess of justice, one lady taking the sword. She is balancing the sword like that. So the indication, what she symbolizes, that she want to get the evidence of both sides. Why she is blind for it? Why she is blind? Anybody can tell why she is blind? Hold it. Because she will not see, she should not be biased. She is not seeing anything on the basis of the evidence which has been adduced or the added like that. On the basis of that, she is deciding. What this sword is there in her hand? What it denotes? What it symbolizes? That she has the authority to make the sanction to punish some person. So these are, but that also we have borrowed from the Greek. It is from the Greek. So every because we got independent, we are ruled by the people, other people. Naturally, every basis was from the other country like the Latin, Greek, common law, Anglo-Saxon law like that. Now, sometimes I personally feel that whether any system, colonial system which we borrowed and which can be properly implemented in this country, because our system is that our lot of population 140 crores population, people are very poor, they are illiterate, they will all may not be knowing about the English interpretation because it was basically based on the English interpretation. So you observe the court proceeding, everything will be interpretation like that, most of them is there. So sometimes justice is lacking in the entire process of this interpretation, in the entire process of the mechanism and the modalities and the formalities, somewhere justice is lacking. And what our constitution says, the drafting committee headed by the Dr. Basa Ambedkar of 7 people, they drafted the constitution. Who was the president of the Constituent Assembly? Dr. Rajendra Prasad was there. So these were the this is the procedure. In any country, you want to draft a constitution, there should be a constituent assembly, body called a constitution. Now Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the president. And then all cannot sit together. All will sit together. Some madam want to do certain particular thing. All are sitting there, there will be chaos like that. It will not be come to the proper conclusion. So they will advise 4 or 5 students who are very active, passionate, and then ask make some draft or make a format of this moot court competition or something like that. So the drafting committee expert you can call generally. So it was constituted under the chairmanship of Dr. Basa Ambedkar, and constitution was a very good constitution. After deliberations for 2 years, 11 months, and around 17, 18 days, we got this wonderful constitution. Of course, then studying the various constitutions in the world, maybe sometimes parliamentary system of British, then directive principles, then Bill of Rights from America, like that. We borrow, and some of the projects which are not there, like reservation, untouchability, which was necessity of the times, they have incorporated. So this was how we got this interesting document. Now, this system, jury system was there. You know anything about jury system? Jury system is two. Now, our system is like that. Madam will be a judge. Two advocates will be arguing the case before the judge. On the basis of the arguments and the lawyers, points are there. Maybe depending on the facts and the law of that particular case, there madam will give the judgment on the basis of that fact mostly. And sometimes she can also apply the mind if they are not properly giving the inputs to the particular judge. Prior to 1950, there was a jury system. Jury system is some expert used to sit there like that. They will observe the proceeding. They will also they own their recommendations and the research on that particular point, and they will suggest to the judge this should be the proper decision or not like that. So up to 1959, up to the very famous case of the Nanavati case, you must have heard about the Nanavati. What was that Nanavati case? Anybody? Nanavati, very famous case. Nanavati, you must have, there was a picture movie on that. A movie was there that Nanavati killed this lover of his wife. He was abroad like that, and then that case was there. On the way. And Mr. Ram Jethmalani, who is no more, actually one of the leading lawyer of this country, he argued the case. He defended Mr. Nanavati, and there was some allegations of the corruption against the juries. But after 1950, a jury system was abolished. Now there was also barrister system up to 1920. Still it is there. You can become barrister. Why the people used to go to London and take the degree of barristers? Why? Because before the Privy Council and highest courts of the England, we call law, House of Lords and the Privy Council. Unless you are a barrister, they will not permit you because we are just like slaves. We were the slaves. The country was ruled by the British. So they were not permitted to appear before the higher courts unless you have the barrister degree. So many Mahatma Gandhi, Dr. Ambedkar, or many great leaders, they took the barrister's degree because to appear in the higher court, like private council. So till 20 system was there. Then more or less High Court Bar Council Acts came, Supreme Court came. Then ultimately after the constitution we got the Supreme Court of India. So we got independence on 15th 15th August, but not only 15th August, but midnight. There is one book, Freedom at Midnight. If you somebody, some of the student might have, you are a very intelligent student, so some student might have gone to that. So it is not only 15th August 1947, it is the midnight of 1947. There is a great history for midnight. Lot of struggle, conflict was there. Whether it should be 14th, Jinnah was not listening. Pandit Jharlu was a very pious leader. He says that astrologically it is not proper, so 15 should not be taken. Ultimately, consensus was there that it should be, it doesn't happen that we all are sleeping and Nehruji declared we got the independence. It was not the case actually. And why it is midnight? Because that was a conflict between what date should be fixed. Ultimately, neither 14, neither 15, midnight of 14. That was history. There is a great book is there. Only on that there is a book, Freedom at Midnight. So everything has got some history. You want to become successful lawyer, then you should be acquainted with the developments, social, political, every development you should be aware. So after taking this academic knowledge, now after all these developments, after independence, naturally we got the system, we adapted our own laws. Now we have also repealed all the criminal laws. In 1923, now many laws have been enacted, like particularly mediator, where I am involved. I am a High Court mediator and State Commission and various other organizations. So they have enacted mediation laws. Now, in spite of all the system we adapted from the Britishers, same dress code, same gown, procedural laws, all the good laws like that. And in spite of all these things, our pendency is more than 5 crores of cases. That is not stated by me, that is stated by many of the chief justices in their addresses. So more than 5 crores of the cases with the same system, their pendency is very less, very minimum in foreign country. We adapted the system. But our pendency is more than 5 crores of the cases at the judicial level, from subordinate judiciary up to the Supreme Court. Forget about the constitutional tribunal like consumer courts are there, tribunals are there, specialized agencies are there. It may be again 5 crores. So total pendency may be close around 10 crores. When publicly chief justice or judges are telling it is 5 crores, maybe around it may be around 10 crores of the cases. Now, if cases are 10 crores of the cases are pending, if somebody files the case, naturally in the course of time it will take 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Anybody who files the law may be good. You are a very good advocate, law is good, procedure is good, you are nicely arguing the case, but you are getting justice after 20 years. Is it a good law? Is it a good law? So delaying justice, we say in our old times, now also you must be learning in the classroom, delaying justice, denial of justice. So because of this complexity of the system, I used to aware the students that, and that's government is also, of course, government is also taking initiative like ADR they have brought. Alternate dispute, anybody knows about the ADR, alternate dispute resolution system? Why I'm telling? Because after 5 years, when you will obtain the degree and join the court or the bar, as the case may be, you will find that system is totally different. Now, government is making this mediation as a compulsory condition for filing the civil suit. You must have gone through the Commercial Act. Commercial Act 1915, mediation has been made compulsory. You will not be able to appear in the court of law unless you go for the mediation. Only you refer the matter to me for the mediation. So that will be the condition. So ADR is coming. Not only that, under section 89 of the CPC, you will find that if both the party decides, there is old law actually, arbitration conciliation act is there is old law. So if parties decide that they want to settle the dispute among themselves, whether at any stage, whether at the filing stage, at the final stage of argument, at any stage, parties want to settle the matter, they can request the judge that don't give any judgment and we want to settle the matter. It is mandatory on the part of the, now it has been initially it was not mandatory, now Supreme Court interpreted. Supreme Court says it is mandatory on the part of the judge, they should not proceed with the case. Why this I'm telling, this may not be a part of the traditional practice. And once you become an advocate, you'll find that something is changed. Now, artificial intelligence, I was talking, madam, artificial intelligence has come. Now, whenever we go, it is not mechanical. If any offense is committed or something, any offense, whether murder or any offense is committed, then if you appear before the court of law, the every system depends on the production of the evidence or probability of the evidence in that case. So offense is committed, you will produce the witnesses, you will produce the documents showing that this offense was committed, these are the two witnesses, these witnesses are there, whether some witnesses are hostile, you will tell like that. Then if this particular girl is very good, gold medal in criminal law. She is gold medal, first made from the Bharati Vidyapeeth New Law College. So she will start arguing, sir, this is the definition, this is the criminal jurisprudence, this is the history, this is. What we say that, madam, don't tell me who has committed, why anybody has seen that commission of the murder. You give me the evidence, and then we can read out at home about this definition and other things. So everything depends on the probability of the evidence. So this practical side is very important. Now that's why Bar Council of India, and you must have also learning clinical legal education like moot court and all this drafting other exercises or visiting to the court. This is why this practical part of the clinical legal education has been introduced by Bar Council. There you should come to court. Because practice side is totally different. But then you have to prove on the basis of the evidence produced by both the sides that whether it has been proved or not like that. And then subsequently after some years, The case will come on the basis of merit, question of law. So these are the some of the limitations and the challenges, and that's why even I used to manage. We have in my law firm. I used to be training to the law students. I used to take now, for example, e-filing is there. You are she's a gold medal and knows everything about the law academically. She want to file the case. She don't know anything about the e-filing. E-filing virtually mandatory. Dr. Chandra declare that it is mandatory. Bombay High Court, in one case, one High Court judge from Bombay, he was not permitting virtual hearing. He said that there can be hybrid hearing. Hybrid means either physical or Justice Chandra directed nothing like that. It is compulsory e-filing. So when e-filing is compulsory, you are not knowing anything about the e-filing. Nobody will come to you. No client will come to you. They will say that this madam is not knowing anything about the computer and e-filing and nothing like that. She knows everything about the law, but I want basically to file the case. So these are the actually challenges, and you should be aware about all these things. And that's why I used to take my internet. Madam just was saying my law firm is there. I used to take the internet to show where is the e-filing section is there, how to file the case there. Then that day I took my internet from my law firm to the mediation center, Bombay High Court, where deputy registrar interact with the students. What is mediation? How we are actually doing? Only reading in the news books and actually going, it makes the difference. Dr. Madhava Menon used to say that law in classroom is something different than law outside the classroom. If you go to the particular community or a particular place and you observe something like that, then that will be in great memory. That will be in your heart. So law will be in your heart if you actually go to the situation. Why clinical legal education? Because you should understand, you should know and observe the real life situation. What is the real life situation? For whom the law is made. So that is one thing, and that's why I want to aware you make aware about all these things. Now, how this clinical education can be taught? So you must, of course, I know understand Bharati Vidyapeeth. Some traditional colleges they don't have that mechanism like that. They are just opening the law colleges, and a lot of guidelines have been issued by the Bar Council and by the Supreme Court. But yes, your teachers will take you to the various places. What will happen, what will not. They will, the legal aid center is there. Even I took the student legal aid center. What is the concept of the legal aid? How it is gained? What is the Lok Adalat? What is the procedure? How to make the application for the Lok Adalat? And then for mediation, how you can start with the now. One Sama organization is there. I'm associated with Sama. You must have heard about the Sama SAMA. Name is Sama like that. And you must have heard that Shark Tank is there. No, they also appeared in the Shark Tank for some of the funding, where they used to do funding. This is the first time these people, these experts, the Shark people were telling their first time some legal services organization came to us. Otherwise, most of them are product manufacturing product, something like that. But they said that how you are doing these legal services you are providing. What about how you are concerned about this Shark Tank? How you can do the funding? They thought that they must. They saying, "Sir, we take only 1,000 rupees per case, and then 1% of the total outcome of that case, and maybe crores of the rupees they are legally earning, and they have got 2 crore cases. You go to the website actually, Google says 2 crores cases pending. Out of 2 crore cases, they have settled 34 lakhs cases within 45 days. If you go to the court of law, it will take at least 10. Any advocate will tell, not me. Any advocate will tell that at least wait for 10 years for the civil case and for criminal case also. That is a fact. That's why 5 crore cases are pending. So this, and this is government policy. This I am not telling. Mediation law has been enacted. This government policy. Mediation Act, assented by the president, came into force in this country on 14th September 2023. So they say that make premeditation compulsory for all the courts. When premeditation is made compulsory, then for traditional lawyers there will be a lot of problem. Then virtual hearing is there. Or virtually you can file the case to the Supreme Court from here only, from Bharati Vidyapeeth only. You can sitting here, drafting here, you can send the then new laws, criminal laws, there is a provision of the digitalization, video conferencing, sending the emails. Now, initially, that was the issue actually whether email notice, sending notice by email, whether it can be a valid email like that or valid notice like that. Whether sending a summons through email can be a valid summons, that was the issue. Now it has been clarified because of the new criminal laws. So all digitalization is there. There is a video provision of the video conferencing is there. For particularly in case of offenses against the women and the children, special provisions are being made in the new this 23 criminal laws. All these 3 laws have been repealed by the government. So these are the new changes which are coming, and you should be aware about. And it is not necessary that now many. I am also from a small background. I am from my father is a farmer from a small place, Vidarbha region. It's not like that you don't have the background. Some must have come under tension. or they are must be concerned, worried why whether we don't have the background or parents are not lawyers and the judges and whether you can. All the leading lawyers they don't have the privileged background. Ram Jethwani migrated from Karachi for 2 years course. He came to Mumbai and he was the most leading lawyer, charging 5 crores, 10 crores per case. Everybody knows. All the chief ministers, Jayalalitha, Mayawati, all he was the client, they were his clients. Ali Nariman, everybody knows. He did 2 years course, migrated from Rangoon. Palkhiwala, his father was a laundry. They were having laundry in the Kulaba. There is one region Kulaba in Mumbai. So they were running the laundry. And Palkhiwala is the number one advocate in India. Yeah. You must have known about this human rights, this Keshwananda Bharti case. Yeah, very popular. One of the top 10 leading popular cases of the world. One is Keshwananda Bharti case, 1973 Supreme Court. This case was argued by the Palkhiwala before the father of the Chief Justice, Dr. Dhananjay Chandrachud. And both were the students of the government law college. One became the Chief Justice of India. One opted to be a senior counsel like that. So he argued the case consecutively for 2 months without reading the notes, without referring to any books like that consecutively, because he was in the habit of not referring anything. Once he gone through the case, finished. He started. So you can understand consecutively for 2 months before 2 months before the Supreme Court, you can understand that for before Supreme Court, 1 minute, 2 minute advocate charges from the 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs like that. Hardly 1 and 2 minutes sufficient because this is only one court in nation, in the country. Only one court, apex, we call it apex court, only one court. So 1 2 minutes is sufficient for that. But in Keshwananda Bharti case, he was permitted to argue the case because the point issue was of regarding amendment of the fundamental rights, whether under Article 368 of the Constitution, fundamental can be amended. If they can be amended, to what extent they can be amended, what is the limitation of the basic structure, and what is the basic structure. So these are the very relevant and important issues which change the entire course of the jurisprudence in this country. So he was permitted to argue the case without consecutively, without break for 2 months, and then ultimately his arguments were accepted and it has become popularly known as Juribity also. That basic structure theory, which is part of our curriculum. So this is how something different, innovative you have to do. You become a traditional lawyer, reading the books, same theory, same definition. You don't have nothing to say like that, nothing to interpret, nothing to add value addition is there. Then probably there will be difficulty. Of course, you can be a lawyer, you can learn something because maybe so many avenues are available. You can become advocate, you can become government reader, you can become public prosecutor. In multinational companies, you can become law firm. Then the corporates, you can go to the non-litigation side. You can become a lower court judge, subordinate judge like JMFC of the High Court and the Supreme. Like then all many avenues are available. In multinational companies avenues are there. Foreign countries there are avenues are there. So all these things are there. But if you want to become something different, want to distinguish yourself. Like Bharati Vidyapit want to distinguish from the other law colleges. They have got their own program. So every time you have to make indispensable yourself. Why we take only there are out of 21 lakhs advocates in the country. We know only 10, 20, 30 advocates, not all the advocates. Everybody will say, oh, advocate. But we say, I am also mentioning, though Jetman is not there, he expired. Still, I mentioned Jetman because I heard him. I invited 6 times in the Department of Law, Nagpur, Mumbai University. And so I listened to him. That's why I'm mentioning Jetman. How was the Ram Jetmani? Then Khalil Nariman, all the Gobde Saab, So I heard them, I interacted with them actually personally. That's why I'm telling about it. So it makes the difference. You make something innovative or it makes yourself indispensable. Yeah. And that can be done by different point now. I understand this is part of the curriculum that we cannot change, madam also cannot change. Because university syllabus, university all the structures. So that you cannot change, your professors cannot change that, even I cannot. Even I was a professor and head, I could not change that because that is a particular structure given by the university. But beyond that, on your own, every time you cannot say it was not there, it was not there. Now there are maybe 35, 40, 50 acts are there. When you start joining professional legal practice, there may be more than 10,000 different laws, rules, and regulations, not more than 10,000. Minimum, I'm telling, maybe more than that. So you have to go through the 10,000 laws, rules. Every day some law is coming. 23 so many laws have been enacted. So many laws have been passed. Yeah, criminal laws, medicine law, Advocates Act, Data Privacy Act. They are now data privacy. It was not there. In Puttaswamy case, 2017, judgment of the Supreme Court by a larger bench was there that right to privacy is one of the fundamental rights guaranteed under the Constitution, under various articles, maybe 14, 19, 20. But after that, what about it is against the state? Fundamental rights available against the state. You go to the Constitution, most of them are available against the state, not private individual. What about the remedy against the private individual? So in 1923, they enacted and passed the law, data protection law. It is applicable that if somebody is taking your data, whether accounts data, bank data, financial data, anything is there. Then you have a remedy. But again, there are limitations. In case of digital age, there is no jurisdiction. Somebody from Nigeria hacking your account, somebody from USA hacking your account. Now, in this, we have got the territorial jurisdiction in this country. Then we will not be able to file the case. Or the case is filed, it will go to other country. Then it will be difficult to pursue the case, defend the case in the country. It will be more expensive. So every time these limitations are there, that you should understand challenges. This I am not to discourage you. I want to just tell you a lot of scope is there, because I also prefer to join the profession because lot of scope is there, lot of money is there. I'm telling you, lot of money, because in big countries, big law firms are there. They are earning. I know one HZB firm. They are earning officially to 2,500 crores rupees. That is their annual income. Officially, declared, maybe unofficially more than that. So 2,000 crores, 5,000 crores law firms are there in Mumbai. They are earning like that. It may not be that everybody can do like that. They have got their own background. They have got one their dedication, because this particular profession requires lot of patience and the dedication. You feel that now you took the admission, and your parents must be thinking, yes, my son and my daughter become the advocate. Not like that. It requires lot of patience, lot of dedication, and lot of proper planning. Planning in the sense, suppose you are a very good intelligent lawyer, you know everything about the law, and you started a practice particular area. In that particular, you want to practice in the criminal law. In that particular area, there is no crime. And you are starting waiting for the client. Where is the client? Client will come. No crime is there in that area. So what type of the crime is there? What type of cases are there? Where is the scope in which you want to make specialization? In which you are one interested. You are not interested in doing that is also mismatch. You understand? So maybe not most of there is a survey conducted by National University Bangalore that many of the students, it is not that every student join the legal profession. Some join legal profession, some join non-litigation side, and some even go to the MPSC, UPSC centralized competition. Some even go to the politics. Many politicians are law graduates. Even earlier also Mahatma Gandhi, Dr. Ambedkar, they were actually lawyers. So most of the lawyers they were in the political movement or independence movement. So this is there. So it is not that every time you can become a lawyer. So there are many other avenues which are available. That you should also think about all this. Now, one question I want to ask, whether you have joined this legal profession and law, whether by choice or because your parents are prompted, or some your relatives say that, oh, it's a good, every time I have reading the newspaper, Chief Justice Chandrachud is setting something, directing, he has so much of power, he direct the even the chief minister and the prime minister something. So what anybody can just enlighten me that whether it is by choice and why you have decided. Anybody?
Raise your
Yeah, anybody? Yeah, tell. Whether if it is by choice, why you have decided to join legal profession, and what any planning is there? What do you think, person?
history as well as political science. So, as a student, it was always fun to learn. And when I came across constitution and other laws, I was very much fascinated by the subject because it is a never-ending subject. And once the learning starts, it always says that the learning never stops.
So I understand you are fascinated. You are passionate about this legal profession, but then means of learning. You don't want to have a means of learning something like that. Or what are your future plans? Or just for the sake of knowledge? That is what it means. It is just for the sake of knowledge, or because you are passionate about learning constitution. There are any future plans? Is there like litigation or litigation like that? No, any specialization particular you want to do in a traditional practice, or the cyber crime is there, then I told mediation is there, IPR is there, intellectual property, so many branches are. So I have yes, I may not, I understand that you cannot decide at this stage. In the course of 10 second third year you will understand that this will be specialization, where is the scope, but you should conduct the research on your own. You should have your own research, where the scope is there, where the scope is not there, and whether you are passionate about that particular subject. Any other student, and they can enlighten, so that I get an idea. And because you should be a participative. Why? Because you should understand why you want to join the law, the course law as a career, and whether it is choice. Then what are any plans are there? What are, you have not thought anything? So many students used to tell me that let LLB, we get the LLB degree, then we'll think. Then they say we'll join the post graduation. Then they will do LLM, and some students is that will join do LLM PhD. Up to that, they become 30 years old like that, and everything gone, and then time comes like that actually, and it becomes very difficult actually. Because law changes, policies, everything changes like that. Yeah. It's good thing actually. If you want to prepare for the judiciary, one advice maybe that Bar Council of Maharashtra conduct some of the classes training for this preparing for the examination. So if you want to do whether IAS, UPSC, JMFC like that, you should understand what is the syllabus of JMFC examination. Start working on this like right now, because you also understand that UPSC some students pass in first attempt, but they start preparing for 2 to 3 years sometime. Yeah, even for UPSC. So for JMFC, start preparing what is the syllabus, where you have to work, and while preparing for the syllabus, you'll understand this is in classroom also. This subject is being taught, so you can thoroughly learn that particular subject because it is part of the judicial examination like this. So that right now you prepare 100%, you will be clear in this examination. Yeah. Two states that I have to confirm like that actually. I have to confirm because bar council rule is that you are passed from this college, then state bar council register as an advocate after getting to the bar examination, all India bar. But then you have to write, if you want to transfer the sanat to other places, then you have to write to the bar council of India, and there is a particular procedure of the state bar council. Then your sanat will be from that particular state. Yeah. Initially, it will be from the state from your past. You can get immediately Maharashtra bar council sanat. But if you want to practice some other state, then there are some other modalities that is there. For everything, you should study actually all these things you want to. What are your plans? Accordingly, you should conduct the research and make aware and acquaint yourself about the projects like that. You have to do. You are young people actually. You are young, vibrant people. They are we people. You can go to everybody is on mobile. You can go to the Google search all the information. All information may not be true like that. You can verify. You can collaborate like that. But you can basic information you can get from the search engines. So you can get the information. What should be the question like that. So if and then accordingly you have to plan properly. If you plan properly in life, then there is a lot of scope there. I always personally feel that in various colleges I used to tell the students 95% people go traditionally. Tradition means in routine way. Now you'll do you are studying, then after 11 degree you'll think go like that. After 5 to 10 years, then there will marriage proposal will be there like that. And then everybody, including myself, we will go like that, then children, all this. Some 5% people think we should go beyond all these things. That's why I was just discussing with the madam in lighter vein. I'm telling, don't take it seriously. That people, uneducated people who are dropouts, they created this. Whether you go to Microsoft or Ambani's or many other people or Prem Amji, all this, some are the non-matric OEO, Agrawal, his matriculation. So they are millionaire within 100. They are, but they are not qualified like mere PhDs or like that. Because that I told me that we want to don't discredit ourselves. We are the academician actually, but these people have got some other plans, like, practical plans, practical strategies, some innovative plans are there. So that according to even profession also, what I personally feel it is necessary profession also. What type of the practice you want to start? Now I have started practice. I was academic. There are maybe very few academicians who dare to switch out from academics to profession. But I took my office in the prime area of the Mumbai, that is near Bombay Stock Exchange. It matters. Even that address matters. Where is the office? First people ask where is the address. It is near Bombay Stock Exchange. 50% psychology little with areas, maximum is a good advocate. We are taking the office near Bombay Stock Exchange. Something otherwise, unless he has got roaring practice, he will not be able to take the. So these small things are there. Then that area, which type of the offices are there? If you want to join, you want to earn more and more money, then specialize in the economic offenses. ED is there, CBI ED is there. Where if you specialize in that, with the technological developments of course, then certainly you can earn a lot of money because money involved is huge amount. Maybe 10 crores, 100 crores, 1,000 crores like that. A person there is an issue of the 1,000 crores, then naturally he will be able to pay 1 crore, 2 crore for getting a bill. Of course, you have to achieve that level of the practice and the standard. So this is actually the practical difficulty aspects are there. Any other thing? And because why I want to make you participate, because I should understand your mind, what you have planned, what you are going to do. Many times it happens. My experience is that after 5 years, students say they will plan. Now we are not decided anything. But you have to study where you want to go, where you don't want to go, what is your area, what is the development in the country, even political development. Why political development of criminal laws? Technically, it may be executive action, then law is introduced, law is passed in the past, then assented by the President of India, it becomes the law, all these things. But ultimately, political decision, political have, people have to do the change. They can change the system. Okay. So even social and political developments are very important. Now Lokpal was there, and now there was a social person. He was only 30. He studied up to fourth class, but he started local movement and local bill. Now Justice Khanvilkar Sahib is the chairman of the local, but started by uneducated person. Movement was started by uneducated person. Supreme Court became the chairman, but movement was done by uneducated person. What I mean to say that these things something different thing, and that's why he became famous because of that movement. Because no advocate, no lawyer, not professors like we started local movement. A person who was not educated, not knowing anything about the law, he started the movement, not we people. That's why you have to do something different so that you can get that mileage and that will help you in your profession. Because in what happens in profession, I understand. Now you are going to say the rule of law, rule of law. You know what is the purpose of the law? I'll just ask the question. Now when you have taken the admission, you should know what is the law, what is not the law. Law I can understand rules and regulation in a particular country, but what is basically the purpose of the rule of this purpose of the law? Yeah. Yeah, anybody can tell what are the main ingredients? No, don't tell others, but what are the main purpose or the ingredients of the purpose of the law? It says, yeah, yeah, tell. Yeah. So now there are many. He partially right that there are rules and regulations to regulate the behavior of the people, to maintain particular standard in the society, to particular law and order in the society, then to protect the rights of the people, rights and liberties of the people. And rule of the law says that everybody they are equal in the eyes of the law. Actually, situation is different. But whether the prime minister, chief minister, or the common people, in the eyes of the law, as per the principle of the rule of law, we are at par. Nobody is above the law. Of course, in actual practice situation, there are many reservations. Some clauses are there, even under the constitution. Subject to that, everybody is equal before the eyes of. So that is basic purpose of the rule of. So you should understand while taking the admission, which system is there, what is the rule of law, which particular type of the system in like parliamentary system is there. So all these things you should study. If you are not doing anything, you are blindly. You are taking. It's a good thing that you are taking admission in a good college, a prominent college like Bharati Vidyapit. That's all right. But on your own, you have to do something. You don't only read their syllabus; they will complete, no doubt. But something you have to think that why system is there, why this, that may not be part of the curriculum. You have to think why this system is there, how I can change the system. Then you will get a lot of mileage. I am from a small place, village. My father, I don't have a background, but I thought there's something to be done. Then, fortunately, I ruled many leading law colleges in the country, good colleges in the country. Then I joined KC Law College, then government, University of Mumbai Law Department, like that. There I tried to innovate, implement innovative practices. So I got the mileage. And then because of that, my activities, some innovative practices, the university granted me extension. The university took me in so many committees. They took me in the governing council of the government law college. I was don't have any connection like that. You don't dispute them. And nowadays I know that unless you have got the connection, but without any connection. Then they started Justice Chaglachar, first chair, Chief Justice. They appointed me as a professor of Chief Justice Chaglachar. So what I mean to say, this is not to boast myself. If you do something innovative, assisting one a person having a innovative ideas. If you say that we are doing law, this is the syllabus, this is the curriculum, nobody will take. No government has systematic. You should have your own ideas that this is there. I want this should be there. I want this reformation should be there. I want that syllabus should be restructured. We have to follow the strict syllabus mentioned and framed by the university. We can't do it, right. But you can make suggestion that this should be there. Now pendency of the cases is there. When I was a student of the law, I used to participate in the seminar delay injustice. Pendency of the case. When I became teacher, I participated in delay injustice. Pendency of the case. Now I am telling students delay injustice. How long? Till entire life I am telling and discussing about the delay injustice, pendency. But some innovative ideas. Now, like ADR is there, mediation is there. So some students should come forward and tell that this is the mechanism where disputes can be settled and we can ready to minimize. In Bharati Vidyapit, we have got this particular unit, we have got this center, we are ready to come forward, meet the judges, this chief justice or the chief justice of India as the case may be. And then you say, scan, this is the ideas. Yeah, you have got the idea how to minimize the cases. They immediately they will call you and they may appoint some other committee. Automatically, that is my own experience. I filed the case when there were hands of the that name Mona. Surname I am not remembering. Mona his hands were cut in the Ghatkopur station because of the accident. Then I filed public interest. I wrote a letter to the Chief Justice. Mr. Mohit Shah was the Chief Justice. And then that letter went to registrar. Then registrar called me. they say there are some this you have to convert. Then there is a procedure. PIL said is in the High Court. No, no, I don't want to convert. My request is that convert this my letter into public interest litigation. And already so High Court also under the leadership of Justice Mohit Shah, he was a Chief Justice. He took the public. Then they club my simple application. They club and treated it as a public interest litigation. And now this you Bombay you will find that the heights of the platforms are elevated. One of the then this hygiene and all these medical facilities are being that is because we filed the public interest. This is just example I am giving. I filed some of the public interest litigation. So this innovation is there. Naturally, still today I will find because of that case, madam. I am getting every day message from the chief justice, former chief justice in my mobile. Oh, indeed, doctor, doing very good. Oh, I appreciate like that. Till today, because there one single application, he remembered me as Doctor Inde, and till good sometimes good morning, Justice Patel, former chief justice used to say good morning, Doctor Inde, how are you doing like that. So this advantage you will not get unless you go beyond your curriculum. Like that. So that is what that's why I want to actually take some ideas from you actually. I want that you should be participative. So if you, and I will also request madam that I have got so many ideas are there and actually I am always very much connected with Bharati Vidyapit this long back when Sada sir was there. So if some ideas are there, now you need not go come physically within Bombay. We can connect you and I think you have got good infrastructure. I understand you have so there's no issue like other law colleges like I went to some college in Nasik, no infrastructure, nothing was there, old computer was there, old this typewriter was there. That doesn't work like that. But Bharati Vidyapit, that is not an issue. So if we can get virtually, and then we can. Now one project I am implementing, madam, that is online dispute resolution. That online you can discuss. They don't come to the Bombay, don't come to the High Court. The online will discuss where the case can be filed. They come to the Bombay, then we say that case can be filed only in your place. Then he will go back. He will spend 20,000 rupees for staying there and work conveyance and coming and journey and all these things. Actually. Online only we could have discussed that case could have been filed in that particular place. This is a family, there is no family court, then go to the district court. If district court is there, not there, family court is there, go to the family court. This simple. For this, clients used to come every time. They don't get the appointment sometimes. In court also, they come and after at 5 o'clock evening, they come that now next date is there. So they will waste the whole time and they will waste their whole wages earning. Where people are very poor in the, considering this situation in the country. So I will say that in Bharati Vidyapit, what we can do that virtual this online dispute resolution, mediation, ADR, something like also. Of course, you must be doing. I don't know actually, but you must be observing everything. You must be observing like that. But you can actually participate online. What it is possible from our side, we can connect virtually like that. What is my idea? But you should be participative. Now I have seen hardly 2 3 students came forward. You should feel something that you should come forward. You should do something like that. Then you will get the chapter setting. If you go like that, you will meet the judges and sitting there. And he do date they are very busy. वो चाय पीने के लिए बुलाया आपको हाँ चाय चाय पी के अच्छा हो गया आप आ गए अच्छा हो गया. So you should have some idea. Then बोले हाँ very good sit. We'll just share it with you and discuss something like that. So you should have something in your mind. आप ऐसे जाके बोलेंगे ठीक है ऐसा. So they are very busy people actually. So you should be very participative और थोड़ा घर जाके आप सोचिए दिमाग में कि क्या होना चाहिए क्या कर सकते क्या नहीं क्योंकि मैंने आपको पहले बताते इमर्जिंग एरिया डिमांडिंग एरिया लेकिन कॉम्पिटिटिव ऑल्सो lot of competition don't think even Nagpur also, Pune also there must be thousands of the lawyers like that here moving here. So you want to make the difference in your practice and legal profession. You want to be emerge as something different type of the lawyer. Then you should adopt some techniques and the strategy in the life, which may not be, and it is never a part of the career anywhere. It is never like that. Students used to come forward like they learn the ideas actually. Many who are not educated. Now, how you get this Bill Gates actually? He dropped out from the Harvard University. How he get the idea? It was not a part of the curriculum. He got the idea. Ambani's father was third standard pass. How he got the idea? He has not studied the curriculum, legal curriculum, this like that. So these different ideas are there, aspect of that. So beyond the curriculum, beyond the classroom, we should have ideas. We can discuss like that, and that is also always you tell madam already faculty member they will help you. Don't waste their time like that without any idea going there. फालतू डिस्कस कर रहे हैं सब में ऐसा हो सकता क्या ना ऐसा हो सकता क्या उसमें नहीं you should have concrete idea then it is always accepted my experience is that it is always expected you get mileage and get lot of scope in your legal profession. Because advertisement is not permissible as per the ethics of the bar cause advertisement is not permissible आप बोले कि मैं वकील बन गया वो पार्टी लगा दिया मैं बैठा हूँ कल शाम से 5 से 9 बजे तक आ सकता है जिसका is not permissible but indirectly you can participate in the lectures you can participate in the discussion We can go in various places like that. So that can be indirectly we convey the people that you have now this daughter and son of that particular person has become advocate. I have seen watching in some particular program and she was there. That boy was there and he was very participative, very active like that. So that can be the way how you will come before the public. You should come before the public. भाई बहुत होशियार हूँ मुझे सब पता है कुछ किसी से कांटेक्ट नहीं आपको एक भी क्लाइंट नहीं आएगा इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द इंटरपर्सनल रिलेशन लोग एक भी क्लाइंट नहीं आएंगे आप राही देख रहे कोई आएगा नोबडी विल कम बोले नहीं नहीं अच्छा नहीं नीचे से बड़ा टीचर हो बात भी नहीं करता ऐसा बैठ रहता खुद का बहुत होशियार समझता है कोई बात सो मेनी थिंग्स आर देयर व्हिच मे नॉट बी actually part of the curriculum but it depends so career these things matters actually and accordingly we can tell also sometimes virtually we can discuss but it should be selective people ऐसा रहता कि सबको ले लिया तो पॉसिबल रहता आप इंटरेस्टेड नहीं है अन्य से आपको तो हम देख रहे हैं आप हमारे तरफ देख रहे हैं इट विल बी वेस्ट योर टाइम मैडम का भी टाइम जाएगा हमारा भी टाइम वेस्ट हो जाएगा if students are really passionate to do something like that that we should scrutinize and we can groom this we can tell them the ideas we can tell where is the scope where is not the scope like that from Mumbai region I can tell from the Mumbai and some other region like that so that can be like so this is how the whole purpose of their my city and lastly one thing I mean Indianize the system Justice Ramanna was the former Chief Justice of India he mentioned that now this I was telling when I was the principal of Ahmednagar Law College but nobody was listening because unless you are in the authority nobody listens to you अगर किसी ने बता दिया समझो एक बड़े पॉलिटिशियन ने ऐसा हो गया आज बरसात आने वाली है सब बोलते हैं हाँ सर साहब ने बता दिया बरसात शायद आ जाएंगे अपन ने बोलते हैं उससे कुछ नहीं करें इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द अथॉरिटी नाउ चीफ जस्टिस फॉर्मर चीफ जस्टिस रमन्ना साहब से दैट वी हैव टू इंडियनाइज द सिस्टम after at least after so many years some chief justice even Chandrachud Saab says that change the colonial system even you see you go through his lectures on YouTube he said that first you change the entire system so you change the system, their suggestion should come from the weak people. Suggestion should come from the young people. But nobody gives the suggestion. They are telling we want to change, but on their own they cannot do. There will be political pressure. It will be very difficult to change the system beyond for the judiciary, higher judiciary. Because ultimately it's controlled by the politicians. Politicians are executive people who are sitting there, who are the ministers. Everything, every policy decision is controlled by them. They can curtail the powers of the Supreme Court. Of course, there can be writ petition, basic structure, everything. But otherwise, that problem always there. Even in one of the case, appointment of the chief election commissioner and election commissioner case, one of the member of the chief justice of India, he was removed by amendment. He could not do anything. You must be understanding this in one of the amendment to the appointment of the and salaries of the chief election commissioner and commissioner in 23. One of the member of chief justice was removed by amendment. Removed means by amendment. Now he is no more a member. He could not do anything. So these are the difficulties, challenges. What I mean to say that you have to what are the challenges, social politics that you should research like that, and then you can become. And we are always there. College always there. Principal madam is there. Jyoti madam is there. So we are always there to guide you, and I am interested in always guiding. I used to go. Madam knows I used to move here and there and many law colleges. But in something can be done, and you will also be motivated. You will be also encouraged. And I also feel encouraged because of your participation. If you don't participate, then I will not be encouraged because of your participation. If you don't participate, I feel that nothing is there. They don't want to do anything like that. So I can encourage you. You can also encourage me by your participation. That should be there. So I think this was the whole purpose, and I thank Principal Jyoti Madam and Principal Madam Ujjwala Madam. She is also very active and taking a lot of efforts. I know since so many years, and she trying to do what she has got limitation because of the exam system. Then most of the time is gone for the exam system and assessment of the papers are like that actually. Yeah, actually, I am against actually. Personally, I'm taking not because she is sitting in the diocese, but I am basically against about this procedure, all these things. In our times, people used to, Ramayana, Mahabharata, people used to sit beneath the trees. बड़े बन गए ना बड़े राजा महाराजा तो beneath the trees like that actually. So this procedure aspect like examination, so most of the time in teachers, most of the time is devoted because they have to devote like is gone wasted because of the examination assessment. It takes 2 3 months like that. So very some time only they can go for the academic because of this work, because of the work, and they have to do that. Is work is mandatory. Exam they have to conduct. So I feel respect of all these things. देखो अपन बोल नहीं सकते सिस्टम खराब है. सिस्टम खराब है बोलने से नहीं अंबानी बिल गेट प्रवीण आजमी कोई जान नहीं सकते थे. They have gone beyond that. System is bad everywhere. See, it is like that. Everywhere it is like that. So system may be bad. System may not proper, but you have to prove yourself. If you prove yourself, then system will invite you. That is my own experience. Now I have been invited by National University as a local. I have never applied. They said, "Yes, sir, we want to make a local of the National University." And Bombay High Court nominated me as a mediator. They said, "No, sir, we want you to be a person like you should be there as a mediator." So I got the advantage. Otherwise, apply, then interview, scrutiny, इतने बड़े गट्ठे देना, सर्टिफिकेट फेंक देती बाद में, जगह नहीं रहती, बेकार है. I don't believe. You should be many of the higher posts they are by invitation. They invite you. You have got the caliber. You have got your own contribution in the development of the system. You have contribution for the academic development, whatever is there in which you are working. Then it is taken note by the higher authorities in any country. So likewise, I just want to motivate and encourage that this is what I feel and my message to you. And I think accordingly you can go. Anything again is there sometime again we can meet and discuss. Thank you, madam, inviting. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for enlightening my students. They are all the first years LLB, BA, and BBA students. And the takeaway message, as you all have got, and I believe you all have understood very rightly, that you should make a difference. And you are the one only who can make the difference. I have told you, invest. Invest 5 years of your time in learning the law, not only, but interpreting the law, analyzing the law, criticizing the law, and making a difference in law. And then only you will stand apart from others in this particular law fraternity. So I keep on telling, and yes, of course, today sir has marked it rightly that yes, you have to think differently and you have to make your voice known to the legal fraternity, to the members of the legal fraternity. So a very good takeaway message is work hard, don't just loiter on the old traditional patterns. Think differently. Be critical, but to the point, and be different than others. Outshine yourself in such a way that people call you, people approach you, rather you go behind the people or you go behind the companies or wherever possible. So, you to be different is to learn the law in its right sense, to interpret the law in its right sense, to know the judiciary and its precedents laid down in right sense. And if you know the law very rightly, I'll tell you, you will be standing apart, away from the crowd. And so, to add on, in last 3 years, my students are really doing so wonderful because 3 years because I have taken up as a principal of this college and dean. Before that, there were many dynamic principals and teachers in this particular college. But yes, in this last 3 to 4 years, so let me tell you, almost 10 students of our college are judges in different parts of this particular country, and they are doing so wonderful that they started with JMFC, but now they are on the senior division level in only span of 3 years, and that is making me so proud. And why? Because they have done differently, they have thought differently, and they have understood differently. And you have to be active learners, as Sir said. So I won't repeat everything again, but yes, the gist for the day is work hard, be here to learn, and be in the system, know everything, and be outstanding in whatever you're doing. Right? Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. As we conclude this enlightening induction session for our first year law students, it is my privilege to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks. First and foremost, I express our deepest gratitude to our esteemed guest speaker, Advocate Dr. Ashok Sir. Your insightful address on the changing parameters of the legal profession has provided invaluable perspectives, inspiring our new students and giving a clear vision of the dynamic legal field. I also thank our respected principal ma'am and vice principal ma'am for their unwavering support and guidance in organizing this event. Divya ma'am and Priyanka ma'am for organizing this seminar. To our new students, thank you for your enthusiasm and participation. Your engagement today reflects your commitment to your legal education. Lastly, I extend my appreciation to the Almighty who made this event a success. Thank you all once again. Let us move forward with the inspiration and knowledge gained today. Thank you.